Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome everyone to In the Kitchen with Matt, a live event. Welcome all out to see who's online right now. Looks like we got one person so far. Hello, Farah. How are you? Just want to make sure that people can hear me, so let me know in the chat window if you can hear me. This will be the last live streaming event for the year. It's crazy to think that 2019 is already almost over. That is incredible. Time has flown by super fast. And I've got a lot accomplished this year on the channel, which is pretty awesome. I had a New Year's resolution to do 3 videos a week for the whole year, and I have been able to accomplish that, which has been pretty awesome. And I'm inching closer to my goal of 100,000 subscribers so I can get that silver play button from YouTube. That'll be really cool. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, if this is working. Hello, Melania from Suriname. Thank you so much for joining. BP, hello. Good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hector, hello. So I have, this is my first time live streaming on my new computer. I was able to buy a new computer. My old computer was since 2009, 2010, something like that. So I needed a new computer, and this is my first time live streaming on it. Hopefully the quality looks a little bit better than the previous live streams. I'm looking at my camera and it looks a little bit clearer. Hello, Lillian. It's nighttime there. Hello, Ashley. Good morning, good morning. It is, as you know from the stream, it's 9 a.m. here in Arizona. Arizona is a little weird. We don't change our clocks at all. So sometimes we are the same time as Mountain Standard Time, and sometimes we are the same time as Pacific Time. Just depends on the year, but we don't change our clock, so we don't have to worry about that, which is pretty cool. Hello, Diana. Welcome. I see, some new faces that have been new to the chat. I haven't done a ton of chats. For a while there, I was doing one live stream a month, and I got really busy with work in October up till now, so I just didn't have time to do a live stream. And but I thought it'd be awesome to do a happy holiday. Normally, I just do a video, like a 3-minute video, a happy holiday video, and thank everyone for being a part of the show and for your comments and whatnot. But I thought it would be awesome to do a live stream and do a giveaway. Yeah. For those of you who aren't, Diana's in Arizona, also best state ever. Florida's pretty cool too, Hector. I grew up in San Jose, California, and I've lived here in Arizona since 2006, and it's awesome. I love Arizona. It gets hot in the summertime, but everyone has air conditioning. There's swimming pools all over the place, so it's not that bad, not that big of a deal. And here in the winter, it gets a little cold outside, but rarely does it ever get below freezing. And the highs are still sometimes 50s and low 60s, so it's very pleasant during the winter. We have all kinds of snowbirds that come down from the northern states. Is that my, no, is it my phone? Let me quiet my phone. All right, I forgot to quiet the phone. I don't want the phone to do it. So where was I? Oh, so yeah, we have a lot of snowbirds that come down from Canada and the colder parts of the United States, and they have summer home or they have winter homes here in Arizona. I am assuming there's a lot of that goes on also in Florida and in Texas, places like that. But and it's 11 in Florida. Yeah, you're 2 hours different from us. Good morning, Kamime. I hope I pronounced your name right. T. Homan, good morning. Minnesota. I bet it's pretty cold in Minnesota. I've been in Minnesota once. I do have a story about Minnesota. I was there for a work trip a long time ago, and I didn't know how cold it was. It was in October, I had 5 or 6 years ago, and so I just packed a light jacket. And at nighttime, I wanted to go visit the Mall of America because I heard it was really awesome. And so I get out my hotel and it's really cold. And so I get on this little, it was like a tram or something like that, train or something like that, or bus. I can't remember what it was. And I took it to the Mall of America, and the Mall of America was amazing. The best mall I've ever been in. Is like 4 or 5 levels. And I think by the time I was done walking around and looking at everything, I also saw a movie in their movie theater. I looked at my health thing on my phone, and I think I had walked like 3 miles or something like that, just in the mall. And then when I left, it was snowing outside in October. It was really cold, and I just had my light jacket. So there's my story for Minnesota. Always have sun in Suriname. Yeah, we always have sun here in Arizona also. I would say probably out of the 365 days a year, we probably have 300 or 310 of those are complete sunshine, which is amazing. Let me see if anybody new. Awesome. So for those of you who have joined the chat, what I'm going to do is I will do, hello Bazra. I probably pronounced your name wrong, sorry. 7 p.m. there. So you're 12 or let's see, 11, what's my math? 9 hours. 9 hours difference from us. So for the giveaway, what I'll do for it's my book. If you are new, you may not know that I published a book. It's an ebook called All Things Chocolate. And I sell it on Amazon as well as my Etsy shop. And that's what it is. It's an ebook called All Things Chocolate, 30 of my favorite chocolate recipes. And it's in a nice little format and stuff and looks pretty neat. So I'll be giving that away. And I will be taking winners from the live chat, from the participants here that are here in chatting. And then also I will pick winners from comments, from people who comment on my last video, the bubble waffle video. So if you haven't commented on that video, this one right here, the how to make bubble waffles, it's just the last video that I released on Thursday. If you haven't commented on that one yet, head over there, open up a new window, new browser, and head over there and comment on that window, and that'll give you an extra entry for a chance to win the book. And of course, if you want to, you could always buy the book, you know, if you want to help support the show. Some other cool things that I want to talk about if you're new is I do have a little bit of merchandise that I sell just in case people want to, you know, sometimes people like to support the show, and a great way to do that is to buy that book or to get merchandise if you want. And one thing that I really like is my mug here, my In the Kitchen with Matt mug. You'll see it probably on the table if you watch my recent videos. It says In the Kitchen with Matt on one side, and on the other side has my phrase, if I can do it, you can do it. Pretty neat. So I have that in my Teespring store, and the way you can get there is on any of my YouTube videos. If you scroll down, you'll see this merchandise, and you can just click on the mug, or if you want a hoodie or a little carrying bag or a t-shirt. I wear this t-shirt right here in some of my episodes. Pretty neat t-shirt. Let's get baking. And then my mug, right here. And there's other stuff in that show or in that shop as well that you can check out if you like. But no pressure there. Just if you want to get something new, something to a little memento from the channel or something like that. But awesome. So how is everyone doing? Diana is a chocoholic. Me too. Oh yes, I love chocolate. I've added new chocolate recipes, I think, since I wrote that book too. But I think out of my show, I think I maybe have 35 or 40 chocolate related recipes on my channel because I love chocolate. So BP, yeah, I was reading about that, about the bubble waffles. And if you watch that episode, I read in Hong Kong that they are the #1 street food. And they use a little different recipe for the batter. And they have these professional bubble waffle makers that are a lot different than the little commercial one that I have. These are like industrial and they're like really expensive, but they make these perfect bubble waffles like every time. And what they'll do is they will place them like on a little rack that's kind of shaped like this, and then they place it on there and it cools a little bit so it's already pliable, and then they'll wrap it up and put it in a little cup. I know, and then they'll fill it with ice cream. They probably do that in, correct me if I'm wrong, they probably do that in London as well, where they serve them like rounded shaped, almost like a waffle cone, like a normal waffle cone. And it's really neat. Let me bring up a picture so y'all can see what I'm talking about because they are dope. Pretty awesome. And one of these days, oh, you guys can't see me. Darn it. Sorry. Sorry. You can't see me. I'm sitting here talking and you're staring at that screen. Yeah, so if you just go to egg waffle or bubble waffle images, you can see these really cool things. Now I can go back to that screen. So all these cool ways that they serve bubble waffles. So this is kind of what I was thinking right here, where they have these little white cone-shaped carriers. Pretty awesome. So Diana wants eggless recipes. You know, there's a, thank you, Don Designs, and welcome. Diana, there's some egg substitutes that work, not for every recipe, but you can, I'm sure you probably know a lot of them. Sometimes applesauce works in replace of eggs. The applesauce won't help with the leavening, so if eggs are used in the recipe for leavening, applesauce won't help for that, but it can help for texture and things that you get from eggs. And also there's, what's it called? Flaxseed, I think, that you mix flaxseed with some water and another ingredient, and that can make up for an egg substitute. I'm sure you know that. Something like that. I thought it was from Hong Kong, but it could have been Korea or Thailand. I know it's very popular in all three of those areas. I was just going off of what I read from Wikipedia, but Wikipedia is not always correct with things. But yeah, the bubble waffles are really neat. Eat them flat. You can tear them apart, which is my favorite way. Tear them apart and have the little dome shape or egg shape waffle. Hence the name. So the waffles come from, you know, the eggy batter because they're a little bit more eggy than a normal traditional waffle batter, and then also the shape of them. But anyway, pretty cool. You are welcome, Diana. I knew you probably knew those substitutes. Don Designs, join my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you do. So T. Homan is asking me if I have formal training and or just love and curiosity of cooking. A mixture of both. I have done some formal classes, but I did not go to culinary school. I've been in the kitchen cooking since I was 5 or 6 somewhere. When I cooked my first egg, I shared this recipe before, or this memory or whatever. When I was 6, I was learning to cook eggs with my mom, and back then I loved sunny side up egg. It was just the best thing for breakfast was a sunny side up egg, you know. And I wanted to make them myself. And I think I was 6 years old. And so I cracked the egg fine, but I broke the yolk on my first try. And so, of course, I cried and whimpered a little bit. But my mom, being the best mom ever, allowed me to cook another one. And that time I made it. Um, but yeah, so I've been cooking then. So 30 since 6. So probably 35 years. That tells you how old I am, in case you're wondering. I know I look like I'm 25, but I'm really not. I'm just kidding. So I've taken classes, culinary classes here and there, and but I have not done like any like specific culinary school. One of these days, when I have more money, I will go to Europe and do like a couple months, 3 months or so in Europe, and maybe go to the school, one of the original cordon bleu schools in France. I really like French style of cooking, but I like all styles. That one particularly I like just because of like the treats. I love treats, and their treats are amazing. But I think it would be awesome to go there, and I would film videos there. So I wouldn't like not make my videos, and then I would blog about it as well on my website, which is a good segue into my website. If you have not been to my website, why not? Come over to my website, inthekitchenwithmatt.com. Really easy. And my latest post on there, if you didn't see my persimmon video, is I wrote all about persimmons, on how to eat it, how they taste. My Better Than Reese's peanut butter cups. It's out of my 400 or whatever videos, I only have like 55 recipes so far converted over into the blog. But there you can like go to the recipe here, you click on it, and you can scroll down, you could read through it, and I add more information on there than is in the video. I do step-by-step with pictures, and talk about ingredients and why they're used in that particular dish or recipe. And then you can also come down here and print the recipe. You can pin the recipe on Pinterest, which really helps me out as well. And I also include the video in there that you can watch. But pretty neat. And then I have other recipe ideas that you can click on if you want. Like here is an example of a pin that you can just pin right to Pinterest. And then you can leave a comment and a rating, which really helps me. So if you want to help support the show that way, that's a great way to help support, is just by coming to some of these recipes and dropping a rating and putting a little comment message on there. And there's all kinds of cool things on this website. It took a long time to develop it, but I finally have it out here, and it's been out for a couple months. And just some cool things. If you want to learn more about me and my story, you can just read it here on the About page. A lot of cool things. My shop, where you can find my book as well. And you can find my Creative Dates book. This is kind of exciting. My Creative Dates book that I wrote a couple years ago I wrote it like 14, 15 years ago, but published it just a couple years ago, is ranked number 47 now on the dating books category on Amazon, which is pretty cool. I'm happy about that. It's been climbing the charts. Let's see, trying to get coco flan down. So yeah, BP, I don't know if you've seen that video that I have of coco flan, but I have one on there. It's pretty simple. If you follow that, maybe that will help you out. Thanks, Diana. Thanks for checking out. So I don't know if hopefully that answered your question, T. Holman, about my cooking background, but I do have a love and a curiosity of cooking and baking. And there's some techniques I don't quite have down yet, but for the most part, I've done a variety of things and practice a lot on a lot of different things. So I have quite a few of the techniques down, but there's some stuff I just need more practice with it. Like if you watch the movie Chopped, or the TV show Chopped or something like that, and watch those executive, chefs and things like that, their knife skills are incredible. My knife skills are okay. They're not like super amazing like those people. So I could probably work on my knife skills a little bit, but always something to learn. That's what's cool about cooking. There's always something you can learn. And what's neat about recipes is you can take a recipe and make it your own. If you don't like a particular ingredient, or if you think there's might be too much sugar for you in one ingredient, you could reduce the sugar or swap it out with just a sweetener. It doesn't always work for particular recipes, but that's what's so fun about cooking is making recipes your own and just tweaking them and and then making them and sharing them with your family and friends and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Hello, Rubab. Welcome. Talking about the cinnamon roll recipe. Thank you for trying that out. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you, BP. Thank you, Farah. No problem. T. Holman. So yeah, we'll have a little bit later on. We'll have an official, I guess we'll say it, official Q&A section. But right now, let's do a first giveaway. Yeah, it definitely is an art form, Diana. There's a guy on Instagram that I follow, and I always forget his name, but he does amazing sculptures and things with chocolate. I saw one where it was this huge dragon. It was like a 3-foot dragon, and it was so intricate and incredible. It's really neat. So the things that you can do with food, if you just watch any of those great baking championships or any of those shows on there, the art is just incredible, especially in the holiday specials that they do, the Halloween specials and Thanksgiving and Christmas. The type of food that people can create, cupcake wars, all that kind of stuff. It really does look like art. You almost don't want to eat it. I've done some of that, a little bit of that stuff here, like my Spider-Man cake, my Lego Man cake, my the one that I did for Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu, some of that stuff with fondant, but my art design skills aren't very good. So that's one thing I don't really, the skill set I don't really have. I know it looks really good. It's just the execution isn't, I could work on that, or I never could draw, and just it's kind of carried over. But thank you, BPA. I try to keep them as easy as possible, or if it's a difficult recipe, I try to break it down so it's easy. Like one of the most difficult ones is that macaron recipe. Just even if you have the steps down, I mean, the steps themselves aren't that complicated, but there's so much that can go wrong with a macaron. The cool thing about those is even if something goes wrong, they still taste fine. If they're hollow or if they don't develop the little feet, the taste is still good. They just aren't as neat looking. They're not as presentable. The other difficult recipe that I wouldn't say it's difficult. It just has a lot of steps to it. Is the croissant, as we say here in the United States. The croissant. Yes, we butcher the French language, unfortunately. Not a lot of people know how to say croissant. I did take 2 years of French back in high school, and I forgot all of it. But so that recipe, don't let that one intimidate you. I think I broke down each step pretty easy, and that is amazing. If you've never made a homemade croissant, check out that recipe and just try it at least once. And they are so amazing, especially if you like croissant. I like saying the word croissant, but I usually just default to saying croissants. Marzipan recipe. So for any requests, please do that on one of my videos. I can't take notes here while we're talking, and that's how I like to take a screenshot of the actual image when it's on a video, and then I put that in my files for later. So if you have a recipe request, just go to one of my videos. It could be the latest video, and just make the request there, and I will definitely get to it at some point. A truffle cake. That sounds really good. I love chocolate. Hector loved the D&D themed dinner. That's awesome. Yeah, that was really fun. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, every year my brothers and I and one of my best friends, we get together for 4th of July weekend, and we have an epic feast. And we play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we're kind of nerds. I've been playing with my brother since I was like a little kid, and I love the fantasy genre, like movies and TV shows with elves and orcs and, yes, I'm a nerd. But so we have a big feast. We have lots of cool food and we play Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just a really good time. And so you can check out that video. I have that on my channel if you haven't seen it. Ashley, macaroons. So Ashley, are you doing macaroons or macaron? Because they are different. The macaron is the classic, what you think. Macaroon is actually, with the two O's, that's a coconut, made with coconut, and it's a little bit different recipe, or a lot different recipe, and they're a lot easier, they're a lot harder to mess up. So the macaroon is, but we always, here in the United States, we always say macaroons when we actually mean macaron. Yeah, see, there you go, Basra. That's a perfect example. They'll still taste good if you follow the ingredients. They might, it'll take you a while maybe to perfect those, but they'll taste good even if you mess them up. Rhubarb loves chocolate. Yeah, how can you not love chocolate? I know some people don't like chocolate, but there's so many different varieties of chocolate that if you find one that you don't like, there's chances are there might be one that you do. Like some people don't like milk chocolate as much, but they like dark chocolate or semi-sweet. Or there's even sugar-free chocolate chips, which they're not completely super healthy. I mean, there's something else in them that makes them not that healthy, but they don't have sugar in them. Some people will use the sugar-free chocolate chips in moderation in their keto diets, but something for everyone in the chocolate department, I think. So if you're just joining, I will be doing giveaways for my book, and that's a great question, Howard, and I'll answer that in just one moment. I'm going to be doing giveaways for my chocolate book there on the left, all things chocolate. And to participate, just be here in the chat, and I will take a couple winners from the chat who are participating, and then I'll take a winner from comments in my last video, my bubble waffle maker video. If you haven't made a comment on that video, just make a comment on there. Any comment. It could be your request for something, or it could just be, hello, Matt. It could be happy holidays, whatever you want to say. And then you'll be eligible for the giveaway for that. So Howard was asking, do I ever meet any of my viewers? The ones here that are local, like friends and stuff, I mean, obviously I hang out with them and bring them treats and stuff. But one of these days when things when the channel grows more and when my blog grows more and I have more money, I will probably hold some kind of convention or something like that where people can come, and I'll have some like presentation that I do, talk about YouTube, talk about blogging, and then talk about my show and things like that specifically, which will be something valuable for people who want to actually get something out of it, as well as to meet me, and maybe I'll do like some book signings or something like that. Also, what I would love to do in the future is two things. These are plans probably a few years out yet, but I want to travel to different countries, and to someone like my viewers, like for Howard, let's say that you lived in Australia and you had a really cool recipe, authentic Australian recipe. The idea is I would fly to Australia, I would hang out there, and I would go around and visit people, and then like I would come to your house, and we would be in your kitchen, and you would show us how to make your favorite Australian dish or whatever, and I would just be the host. Like there's a popular show here in the United States called Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, where Guy Fieri, the host, he just goes to restaurants and things, and he's just the host. He's not the one really cooking, even though he is a chef himself. So I'd love to do that, and it would give me a chance to travel, and it'd give me a chance to meet you on Facebook on YouTube, and it would be a great way to make authentic dishes there in the countries. So I think that would be really fun, and I want to do that. That would just take a bigger crew. It would, like, I just do everything by myself right now, so I would need to hire a crew, at least 2 more people that would come around with me. It would just be more of an expense. And what I would do is, the idea would be I would go spend maybe a week in Australia and film a couple episodes there, go down to New Zealand, and then go over to maybe up north to the Philippines, and then maybe head over, just those Japan, Hong Kong, and that would be one trip, and I'd make videos, and then several months later, and then I would release those videos like once a week, and I would have some cool name for that variety of videos. Traveling with Matt, I don't know, in the country with Matt, I don't know, something like that, and that would be really cool. And then the other thing I want to do is open a brick and mortar in the kitchen with Matt bakery and chocolate shop here in Arizona. And it would be like a Kneaders, if you're familiar with Kneaders here in the United States. And it would be like a bakery, all the baked goods, all the different things that you can find on the show, they would be sold there. And then sandwiches like croissant sandwiches and things like that. And then also there'd be a huge, the half of it would be chocolate shops. So just all kinds of chocolatey goods that you could buy. And then in the back, I would have a test kitchen, a super awesome kitchen where I would teach classes, and I would also film videos there. But it would be like, no more than 12 people could sign up, and then, you'd pay something like 25 or 30 bucks or whatever per person. Then come in there and we'd hang out for like 2 hours, and we would just make some recipes and just have a good time. So some stuff that I'm looking forward to doing in the future. That was probably more information than you wanted, but I thought it'd be fun to share that with you. Desianne, hello. Thank you for joining. Desianne's been on the live shows before. Yes, chocolate. Yes, Ashley, the one without coconut, that's the macaron with 1 O. Hello, Kathy. Oh, that's a good question. Let me take a quick sip. Yes, I want to go to Tokyo. I would love to go to Tokyo. That would be so awesome. Tokyo is definitely on my bucket list. And the food there is just amazing. Just, the melting pot. I mean, we have a good melting pot here in the United States of food, but I think places like Tokyo have a huge melting pot. The UK has a good melting pot, I think, of a whole variety of foods as well. I've got to go to the UK and do a classic English breakfast. Yes. Eggs and what is it, ham or Canadian bacon or something like that, probably, and beans and other stuff. So Kathy was asking if I have ever cut my finger while filming a video, and what did I do? Keep filming or not? No, I've never actually cut I rarely cut my fingers, to be honest. I think I've cut my finger maybe once, maybe twice my whole life cooking. Isn't that crazy? I'm usually very careful. That's probably why my knife skills aren't really that good, is because I'm very cautious about cutting my fingers. So I don't really try to chop really fast, like, so I'm very careful. I know sometimes, like if I'm looking at the camera, I might be cutting, but even then I'm pretty careful, putting my knuckles down and just putting the knife slide down the knuckles. But I have done other mistakes, and the camera was set up and I was filming on some of them. Some of you might have heard this story before, maybe not. Speaking of chocolate, when I was making my chocolate bowl video, this is my first chocolate bowl video. I've done 2 of them, but the one I did like 3 years ago, which is it's a cool video. Like if you've never done a chocolate bowl, it's amazing. It's made with you take these water balloons and you dip them in melted chocolate, and you make this really cool bowl that you can put other candies and stuff in. It's just super cool presentation. But when I was making that, I had the wrong balloons. You really need to use water balloons because they're thicker walled balloons. And I was using just normal balloons, and I wish I was rolling camera because that would have been really funny to show. But the first one was fine, but then I dipped my second balloon in there and it pops, and chocolate goes all over me. It was awesome. It was really funny, and I wish I was filming, but I wasn't. The other time that was funny that I cut it out of the video, but I was doing my Twix. That's another chocolate video. My homemade Twix. And I made the mistake of turning, once you let the caramel set on top of the cookie base, which is a shortbread base. Once you let the caramel set, you let it chill, and then you take it out, and you need to cut it up. But what I did is I turned it over accidentally on the caramel side, thinking that the caramel was chilled enough and stable, and then I tried to cut it that way on the back of the cookie, and the caramel wind up sticking to my cutting board while I was filming, trying to cut it, and it was just kind of a mess. So I turned it over, and if you go back and watch that old video, you can tell that the top of the caramel looks like it has a little bit of indentation, like it was stuck to the cutting board. If I didn't tell you this story, you would not have known that that happened, but let's just keep that between us. So I do make some mistakes on camera that I just edit them out, and some of them I just leave them on there. And when I do, I usually get some nasty comments about them, like my crepe video. I could have cut out. I had a flip when I flipped the crepe. One of the flips, or the first flip, wasn't that good of a flip, and I just decided to leave it in there just so I could show people, hey, I'm human. But I've gotten a lot of nasty comments about that. You're no cook, or that's such a terrible flip, things like that. But anyway, comments. People love to comment. I could go out talk for days about comments. Have I ever ruined a recipe that I just could not get right? I'm trying to think. I have done that, and then later perfected the recipe or made some changes to it. But like the first time trying it, it just wouldn't turn out right. When I was first learning how to do macaron, the very first time I made it turned out perfect, and I was like, this is awesome. And then the next 2 times I tried to make it, I couldn't get the feet right, and it was kind of annoying. And then I worked some troubleshooting tips, and then from now on I have it down. But that was kind of frustrating a little bit at first. But there have been times where it didn't turn out quite right. So that does happen on occasion. Usually it's something that I'm not kind of familiar with, at least the steps and some of the ingredients. And it might be a recipe that I just super brand new to and I've never tasted before, so I'm not sure how it's supposed to turn out. And sometimes those can go turn out a little bit, and then I have to troubleshoot. But usually I can get it down after a little bit of troubleshooting. That is true, Hector. That is very true. That is a great idea. Maybe I'll do something like a crowdfunding for one of those ideas. That would be cool. I would love to just be able to finance it from revenue that I make without having to do crowdfunding. But that is something I thought about. So we'll see. Jeff, hello, Jeff. Welcome. Jeff's been a part of the show quite a bit as well. I can't remember, Jeff, how long you've been a part of the show, but I know you've been watching for a long time. Oh, sorry about the onion rings and the grease. So did you have maybe too much oil in the pot, or maybe so just curious how that happened. Keeping it real, yeah. Yeah, I sometimes will do that. Like I will save some of the comments and and then I'll read them off. Yeah, I forget that video. Yeah, I did that a couple years ago, I think. The nice comments and mean comments. But yeah, there are some haters out there, and who knows? Maybe they're just angry at life. Maybe they just want to try to make themselves feel better, so they want to try to put me down. I don't know. But I think the world would all be a better place if everyone was just nice. You know, just be nice. If you don't like a recipe and you think you have a better recipe, you can comment that and like, that's a cool recipe, but take a look at this recipe, or I have a recipe. One of my favorite comments that people make that I think is kind of funny is when they say, I've been making this for years, and that's not how I make it. That's not how you make fudge, or that's not how you make. That's not how you make no bake chocolate chocolate oatmeal cookies, they don't have peanut butter in them, or you don't use brown sugar. Um, little do they know there's more than one way to make something. There's more than one way to make a cookie. But other people respond and say, hey, I've never made it that way. I've never used brown sugar, or I don't use peanut butter. My grandma has always made it without, but that looks really cool. Something like that. There's different ways to respond and still keep it, friendly and cordial, but whatever. I've gotten used to it. And people make fun of my bald head, especially on the especially on the deviled eggs video. They'll say your egg or your head looks like an egg. I'm like, nice bald joke. You got me with that one. Sexy Me 320. Good morning from Linwood, California. Hello, Californian. I grew up in California, in San Jose area, so I know California very, very well. Yeah, I would just try. What I would try, Jeff, is just a bigger pot, like a big pot, and then and I would just do maybe just an inch. It doesn't really need to be that deep. The oil, maybe an inch, inch and a half at the most, and it shouldn't flare up too much on you. But yeah, grease fires aren't really fun. Hello, Joy. Happy holidays. All right, so if you're just joining, I'm going to be doing a giveaway really soon. Make sure to, if you haven't, just do a quick comment on that bubble waffle video, which was my last video that I published on Thursday, and you'll be entered. It could be whatever comment you want. You'll be entered into a giveaway that I do from that. And then I want to do one from the people in the chatting. So the way that this works is you need to be active in chat for you to show up on my little chat window. So make sure you're saying something in chat, and you'll show up on my activity. For example, if I pop out this activity chart, it shows there's only like a few of you on there, and I know there's more of you. So if I look at the participants, I'll show you who's shows that's participating right now. We're going to do the number generator for this. So right now this just shows, looks like 5 of you, and I know there's more than 5 of you online right now just listening. Maybe you're listening in the background. If you want to be eligible for my All Things Chocolate cookbook, make sure you're typing in there, saying something. Hello, Yvette. Just say something in chat, and then your name will show up here on my participants, and I can do the drawing from that. And I'll do a couple drawings. I'll do one right now in a few minutes, and then I'll do a participant. I'll do one from the video. So I'll do 4 total. Okay, 4 total giveaways. And also, if you're just joining, I don't know, you probably didn't hear me say Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas at the beginning. Whatever holiday that you might be celebrating, Hanukkah, or did Hanukkah start? I think Hanukkah starts in a couple days, or yesterday, or today, or something. And then Kwanzaa, I think, is the day after Christmas, maybe, Kwanzaa, or 2 days after. Pretty awesome. And there might be some other holidays in there. I think there's a Swedish holiday, too. A cool Swedish holiday that happens in December. I'm trying to remember what that one is, but they make some really cool treats. Hello, Celeste. Thank you so much, Celeste, and welcome. I plan to. So I was talking earlier, I think just when I first started the live stream, about my goals. I have met my, almost completely met my one of my New Year's resolutions for my show was to do 3 videos a week. And that would include a live stream. Once the live stream is done, it gets created into a video. And for the whole year, I have done 3 videos a week. And now I just have next week to do. I just need to post 3 videos next week. And I have one of them filmed already. It's Mini Pies video using another Master Chef brand maker. It's like a quiche and pie maker, which is pretty cool. And so I have the mini pies video, and then I really like taking my really old videos and re-editing them really short for like 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long, and adding just text and music for people who have a shorter attention spans, which is totally okay if you do. I know I do sometimes. And I like that style of video, and it's a good way to take an old video and freshen it up. So I like doing that as well. So I'll do one of those probably the day after Christmas, whatever that Thursday is. And then another video on Saturday. And that will round out the year, and that'll be a total of whatever it was, 150 videos for this year, which is crazy. I've never been that active. But I had the New Year's resolution to do it, and I'm like, I could keep this one. I can keep this New Year's resolution. So, hello, Christina. Welcome. Hello, Joel. Welcome. Welcome from joining. Yeah, your dad, Jeff, has been part of the show for a really long time. So appreciate it. And appreciate all of you here on chat. And all of you that make comments, and just really appreciate it. It really helps the show. It helps my videos rank higher when you comment and do a thumbs up. And you can do a thumbs down. It won't hurt my feelings if you do a thumbs down on a recipe. It still helps it still helps the channel. It lets YouTube know that it's more popular, and it could rank it higher. Also, those of you who are new, and if you haven't had a chance to visit my website, go over to my website, inthekitchenwithmatt.com, and check it out. I have about 53, 54 of my recipes on there so far, and you can print them out. And here it is. You know, and it's another way for me to make a little bit of money. You know, here on the site, there's ads, and I have to figure out how to keep having duplicates on there, ads, but there'll be some ads on there. And you know, if there's one of those ads that piques your interest, if you click on it, I make like 2 cents or something. And then there's you know, kind of like YouTube with the ads and stuff. That's how bloggers. That's a little. If you ever wondered how bloggers make money, they make money from the ads that are on their site, and also through affiliate links and things similar to YouTube. Okay, let's see who's showing up on the. So Howard is asking, I just got through baking your chocolate chip, peanut butter and oatmeal cookies, 3 dozen. Can I freeze them? Yes, you can freeze them. You can freeze them once they're made and set. You can freeze them, and they can store in the fridge or freezer for like 2 to 3 months. And then just take them out and let them thaw out for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and eat them. You can put them in the refrigerator as well. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot in those cookies that's going to go bad. Those cookies are pretty awesome. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Let's do a giveaway. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. There's more participants. That's what I thought. That's awesome. Let's pop out the chat. And we will bring up the participant. Yeah, here we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. Everyone's being active. Okay, so what we're going to do is look here at my cursor. We'll just number you off. 1, Buzzra is 1. Buzzra, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Buzzra. Celeste, Christina. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and someone just fell off. So 10 of you. We will go to this number generator right here. I'll put in 10. And then we'll generate. And the winner is, drum roll, number 5. Who's number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hector. Hector is the winner. Congratulations, Hector. Congratulations. So Hector won. Congratulations. Congratulations, Hector. So Hector, to claim your chocolate, all things chocolate ebook, that's the prize. Just send me a message, matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com. You can find my email also on any of my YouTube channels in the description or in my about page on my YouTube channel, or you can get to that through my website as well. Just send me an email, and I will email you that chocolate ebook. Yeah, congratulations. And I'll do just in a few more minutes, we'll do another drawing from that, from the online, or from who's participating right now. And then I want to do the first drawing from the bubble waffle video. So I need to refresh that video. Refresh that video. And we'll do a drawing from there. I see some new people that commented over there. Awesome. So I'm going to do a drawing from there right now. And then we'll do 2 more near the end of the show. Okay? So here we go. So to do that, here's the bubble waffle maker. I take that, in case you're curious how I do this, is I take that URL and I come over here to this cool free thing online called the comment picker. I place it in there and then get YouTube comments. And this tells me that I have 25 unique commenters. That means a lot of people have commented. Pretty cool. I come down here and start this. More fun than Saturday morning cartoons. I don't know about that, Jeff. I love Saturday morning cartoons. Here we go. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Kajaj. Hello, Kadaj. Silver. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Sorry. Hi, Matt. I like your channel. It's pretty useful. But for this exact gadget for your bubble waffles, it looks like it's the Tokoyaki. The Tokoyaki, so that's really cool. So he was mentioning the Tokoyaki, and I think it's from Japan. Who was talking about Japan? Was it BP? He's talking about these Tokoyakis, and I want to show you Tokoyaki, Yakis? Tokoyaki? No, yeah. So these things, these little balls right here are made in a similar contraption like this. See? So that is what he was referring to. So pretty funny. So that's kind of a cool little contraption to make those little Tokoyaki balls. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but anyway, Tokoyaki maker. Pretty cool. That's what he was talking about. So congratulations. It's okay. You'll have another chance. Sexy Me 320, you'll have another chance. Howard, okay, asking me a favorite recipe that you enjoy cooking, not necessarily eating, but cooking. I'm trying to think. A favorite recipe that I like to cook. And that brings me also, I didn't want to forget these 2 questions that I wanted to ask you guys here in chat. A recipe that I like to cook but don't necessarily like to eat as much. That's a hard one. I'll have to think about that some more. I try not to cook a lot of things that I don't want to eat myself. For the longest time, I didn't like flan, and so I was kind of nervous to make the cocoa flan. I knew I'd be able to make the cocoa flan cake. When a friend of mine in a different forum, he asked me to make the cocoa flan cake, or choco flan, or however you pronounce it, and I didn't think I would like the flan because I've had flan a lot of times, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't my favorite, but that cake turns out awesome. That cocoa flan. And it's probably make it just because it's homemade, but I don't know if there's anything on my show that I make or recipe that I've featured that I don't like to eat as well. I just try not to make stuff that I don't like to eat. I try to make stuff that I like to eat. Didn't get a notification. So you might have to get the notifications, Just Me SC. Are you notified? Like if you go to my YouTube channel, did you click the notification bell? There's a notification bell that you can click. Oh, it doesn't show up here on mine because this is my channel. But on the YouTube, if you go to one of my YouTube videos, if you click that notification bell, you should be notified anytime I'm online, I think. Yes, try those, Buzzra. Those homemade Reese's peanut butter cups, better than Reese's, are really easy and they're so yummy. I always have chocolate. I always have peanut butter. I always have powdered sugar. And of course, I always have butter on hand. And so that is like the quickest, really yummy treat. That is my go-to treat if I'm heading to a party and I need a last-minute treat to make and someone wants me to make a treat. You know, a lot of people ask me to make treats when I come to parties and stuff. And it's always a hit. People love those, and they're so simple to make. So make them, and especially if you can't find them in your country, or if you can, they're probably imported, and they're really expensive, I bet. And I like the homemade version so much better anyway. You can make them a lot bigger if you want. You can use so many different kinds of chocolate, whatever your favorite chocolate is. If you love really nice 70% cacao, dark chocolate like a Godiva brand or a Lindt or something like that, you can make your peanut butter cups with that. If you love a nice Hershey milk chocolate, you could use that, or a Symphony bar. If you like semi-sweet chocolate chips, you can use that. You can use a combination. You could do a top layer of dark chocolate and the bottom layer of the peanut butter cup is milk chocolate. You could do white chocolate. You could drizzle white chocolate on top. Yeah, so much thing. I love them, if you couldn't tell. So make them at home and let me know what you think. Yeah, baking is a good therapy. I agree. Baking and cooking. I think I mentioned in my videos where I knead dough. Definitely my cinnamon roll video, you might remember me talking about hand kneading dough. It's a good little workout for the hands, but it's a kind of a therapeutic for me. Um, a lot of people ask why I still don't, after these many years, why I still don't have a stand mixer. Or so growing up, my mom still has a really nice Bosch, and Bosch is a big competitor, I think, of KitchenAid, and it's the Bosch, and we use that a lot. I hand kneaded dough, but there was a dough attachment that you could use as well. But one of these days, I'll probably get one of those things. I don't know. Buzzra is in Turkey. Awesome. Yeah, make those. Make those peanut butter cups. And I'm sure you can probably find those ingredients. The peanut butter. And if you want them a little more healthy, use organic peanut butter. It's just made with peanuts. Or if you're allergic to peanuts, but you're not allergic to almonds, you can use almond butter. Yeah, almond butter. Or cashew butter. Ravioli. I need to do raviolis. I need to do those on my channel sometime. Hello, Inoka. Welcome. Yep. So, Jeff, I don't know. Are you allergic to almonds and like cashews as well? Is it all nuts or just peanuts? Yeah, I love peanut butter so much. I am so glad I'm not allergic. But yeah, Jeff, if you're not allergic to almonds or walnuts or something like that, then try the other nut butters, and you can make some pretty awesome peanut butter cups that way. Or almond butter cups or cashew butter cups. But a lot of people who are allergic to nuts are allergic to peanuts. They're also allergic to other kind of nuts. But all right, so let's do another drawing from the participants. Okay, from all of you that are participating here. Finger foods. I do have some finger foods. Oh, okay, yeah. So Jeff, try do almond butter cups instead. That'll be awesome. Just follow the same recipe, use the same exact ingredients, and just swap out the peanut butter with almond butter or cashew butter, and those will be awesome. Finger foods. I do have that on my list, the finger foods. So I will I have some finger food like videos. Like a lot of my treats are finger foods. This next video that I'm going to post on Monday is finger food mini pies, which are pretty cool. Little tiny pies that they look really neat, but you have to have a special contraption to make them. But okay, Ben. So that's a good question, Ben and Desi and Yvette. Let me do another giveaway, and then I'll come back to those questions. Okay. So let's see the participants. Let me do another participant of people here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we'll do this. We'll do another drawing real quick, and then I'll go back to those questions, and then we'll do another drawing. All right. So we got Ben 1, buzzer 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And so I'll put 11 in here max, and we'll see. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enoka. Enoka. Enoko is the winner. I think someone just popped on once we do that. So, darn it. But Enoka is the winner. Congratulations, Enoka. Enoka, to claim your prize, just send me a message at matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com. I will give you that cookbook, or you can find that on my website. You can find my email over there. Just contact me that way. So congratulations, Enoka. Okay, let's go to these questions. First of all, so be thinking, I'm going to ask you guys that are here online questions. What is your favorite holiday movie? And what are you making favorite foods to make for the one favorite dish that you might like making during the holidays? So favorite holiday movie and favorite holiday dish that you are making. So that question is for you. And then I'm going to come up here and answer these questions. What are my plans for the holidays? Yvette is asking, is I am going to I'm assuming I'm going to my brother's house for Christmas Eve dinner. He still hasn't invited me yet, but he normally will invite me last minute. He'll usually just send me a text and saying, of course you're invited to Christmas Eve dinner or something like that. So Jared, if you're watching, where's my invite? And then I'll usually wake up early and go over to his house also for Christmas Day. So that's what I'll be doing. There's all kind of activities that we're doing at church. We'll have a special program, holiday program, Christmas program at church. And then there's just some, fun activities that I'll be doing going up to then. And then after the holidays, on the 27th of, so Friday, next Friday, there's a big group, a big singles group. I'm a part of this through church, a mid-singles group of people. And we get together and do a lot of activities. And we're going to go do like an ice skating event. I know that kind of sounds funny, ice skating in Arizona, but but one of the downtown Mesa, they set up a outdoor ice skating rink, which is pretty neat. So we'll go do that. So that'll be some fun things. And then New Year's, I'll have a big party, big group of single people come together for a big New Year's Eve party. So a lot of fun stuff going on. So that's what I'll be doing for my holiday plans. Desi Ann is asking, what will I be doing? Will I be doing online courses or just in-house? I've toyed with that idea because I have my website now and I'm putting my recipes over there. I might do an online course like on Udemy. Udemy is a really popular online course. So the problem with that though is I can't use any of my videos that I have on YouTube on a Udemy online course. They don't want you to use videos that are available free to the public, which YouTube platform pretty much is unless you have a paid subscription. But I have toyed with the idea of doing online courses, like the ultimate bread making course or dough making course or something like that, or guide to the perfect cookies or something like that. I might do that, but that's a good question. Something I've toyed with that idea. So Ben is asking, when using yeast in baking, what is the best way without a thermometer to make sure the water is not too hot? If you've ever been into a hot tub, that's like the perfect temperature. Hot tubs are usually like around 104, 105 degrees. That's like the perfect temperature. I don't use tap water, but if you turn your tap water on and just about to the point where it's a lot of tap water at its peak temperature, depending on what you have your hot water heater set to, can get up to like 145 degrees. That's too hot. So you want it to where you can touch it and it feels pretty warm. It feels warm, but you can leave your finger in there without your finger burning. That's a good indication. If you put it in the microwave, depending on the amount of liquid, I think for my cinnamon roll video, that amount of liquid, it's like 3/4 of a cup total or something like that. Like the perfect amount is like 28 seconds. But if you just touch it with your finger, you have to touch it somehow. So make sure your finger is clean. Just touch it, and if it feels really warm, warmer like bath water or hot tub water, then that's a good amount. But yeah, you definitely want to activate your yeast first, because that's the best way to tell if your yeast is bad. If you have really old yeast, the last thing you want to do is add all these ingredients and knead the dough, and then not have the dough rise. And that's kind of annoying when that happens. I mean, you could still bake it. If your dough doesn't rise, you can still bake the bread or use the dough for whatever you're making rolls. They'll just be more dense, and they'll be more hard. They won't be as soft and how you want your bread to turn out. That is cool, making your own organic peanut butter. Yeah, do that, Joel. Try making the almond peanut butter cups. The almond butter cups. The almond butter is more expensive than peanut butter, but it's a great substitute for people who have peanut allergies. Oh wow! Okay. I got to scroll down. Yay! You guys commented on all your favorites. Cool. Okay, here we go. Oh, congrats. Okay, missed one by one. You're welcome, Inoka. So make sure, Inoka, make sure to email me and I'll send you that. Matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com. Home Alone, Home Alone and English Toffee. Those are awesome. Home Alone is a great video. I love Home Alone. English Toffee is a yummy, yummy dessert. I make a almond, or what's it called? Almond roca is one of my favorite desserts during the holidays. I have that video here on my channel. Almond roca is pretty close to English Toffee. Home Alone and Tres Leches Cake. Yeah. Home Alone 1 and 2, favorite holiday movies. Ben Burns, Home Alone, and enjoy making fudge for Christmas. Yeah, fudge is awesome. I love fudge. Do I cook at his house for Christmas, or are you treated? Sometimes I'll help out, or I'll just cook at home. Desi, I'll just cook at home and bring it with me. Jeff, the original black and white Christmas Carol and Scotch shortbread. Nice. White Christmas and anything chocolate, Joyce says. Buzzra likes A Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, that's a holiday movie. It has the word Christmas in the title. Of course it's a Christmas movie. And Yvette likes making decorating gingerbread cookies with a 7-year-old whose name is Matt. Really? Your 7-year-old's name is Matt Taylor also? That is awesome. Best name ever. Anything chocolate. Home Alone, yep. Desi likes Home Alone also. Ponche de crema. Ponche de crema. I think I pronounced that correctly. Hector, I am in Phoenix, Mesa area. Hector, in Arizona. Oh, that's a great question, Kathy. That's a really good question. So, my brother lives about 22 minutes away in Gilbert, and my other brother lives in Chandler, Arizona, which is about 25, 30 minutes away. My parents and sister live in San Jose, California, in the old homestead, but they were just out here last weekend for my niece's wedding, and they bought a house out here. They will be, after 51 years, I think, of living in 51 years and being in the same house for 51 years in San Jose, California. They are finally selling the house and moving out here to Arizona to be closer to family. And it's just so expensive there in California, in San Jose. And they're on a fixed retirement income, so they will be moving out here and they will be close. And then my brother, I have a brother and his family that live in Roswell, Arizona, or not Arizona, Roswell, Atlanta, so in Georgia, north of Atlanta. My favorite holiday movie is either Elf or It's a Wonderful Life. I love It's a Wonderful Life. You just feel good after watching that movie. I don't normally like black and white movies a whole lot. I do enjoy some of the old Alfred Hitchcock movies, like North by Northwest, but Alfred Hitchcock, or not, but It's a Wonderful Life is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love Home Alone. I love Elf. So those are my favorites. I try to watch those every year. Also, for a good romantic comedy, I know. I do enjoy romantic comedies, but movie with Nicolas Cage and The Family Man is one of my actually favorite movies. And it's not technically a Christmas movie, but it takes place during Christmas time, and that's one I like that movie a lot. I've seen that probably, I've seen that many times. You are very welcome, Inoka. Thank you, Joy. I'm glad you like it. She was talking about my ebook. Yeah, peanut brittle. I haven't done a peanut brittle. I haven't done peanut brittle on my cooking show yet. I need to do that. Bizbor, what's up? He's asking if I can do a southern accent. I can't. I can't do. I'm going into a British, or Scottish, or Irish. If you want me to, don't get me started on the accents because my accents are horrible. And the problem is I really enjoy doing them, but they're terrible. I can't. Okay, if I try to do a southern accent, maybe I'll try to do my Forrest Gump. I do. Let's see, Forrest Gump. Jenny, I may not be a smart man, but I do know what love is. That's my Forrest Gump accent. Seats, you can sit here if you want. I can't really do a southern accent that well. If I try to do one, it just winds up blending into my other accents. But if you like me to do some accents, I can do some accents for you. And then you can guess what accent it is, whether it's a British or a Scottish or an Irish accent. Who knows? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't really, it's complete rubbish. The problem with accents is you really need to have the actual lingo down. You need to use the types of words that they use. You need to use words like rubbish. You need to say the boots of your car, the boot. Oh, that's kind of like a Boston accent. Boston, sorry. Oh. Okay. Inoka, I can see it. I don't want to show it. If you can, yeah, Inoka, just send me an email through your Gmail. Just send me an email at matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com. I'll save this chat as well. I can see your message that you put your email there. I don't know if you want your email out there for everybody to see, so I'll keep that hidden. Forrest Gump is awesome. So this dates me a little bit for those of you who weren't on the online when I talked about how old I was. I'm only 25. Remember that. I'm only 25. Just kidding. But I was 16 years old or 15. No, I was 16, just barely 16 years old when Forrest Gump came out. And I saw that movie in the theater on a date. on a date with a girl, and she held my hand. How cute. Pretty cool. But I was visiting my friend in Utah, so I was like, I couldn't do any kind of long distance relationship. Plus, I was only 16. You can't keep me down like that when I'm only 16. But it was cool. That's my Forrest Gump experience. And if you do the math, if you know what time, if you know what year Forrest Gump came out, and you do the math, subtract 16 years from that, you can find out how old I am. Because I know you're all curious, for those of you who don't know. 25. A for effort. Yes, A for effort. Stick to baking. I will, Jeff. I will stick to baking. So I had a... Yeah, I know. That goes, that was just... We did, it wasn't technically my first date, Visboard. We had gone on a group date down the river, river rafting. And that's how we kind of knew that we kind of liked each other. So this was technically the second date. So, but yeah, I won't do a first date. If you have my, I have my ebook, or not my ebook. There's an ebook version. My paperback is my dating. It's a creative dates book, and I talk in there a lot about not doing movies as a first date. And if you are going to do a movie, make it creative, And I have a lot of movie date ideas on what you can do to make the movie date more creative in that book. So if you like dating, if you want to, Jeff, if you want to, take your significant other spouse out on a date, there's some cool ideas on there. Anyone else there listening, and you have your, you don't have to be single to go on dates. If you're married, take your spouse on a date, If you're just started dating someone, take them out on another date. Anyway, don't get me started about that. I have strong feelings about dating. Yes, I will stick to... So I did have a British roommate for a long time, for a year, and he was from Horsham, England. I think that's in Sussex area, maybe somewhere around there. And I tried to perfect my accents, my British accent. But there's so many accents in England. You have the London, or the posh one, and you have the one like the Beatles. They kind of talk. Sorry, I'm getting started again. But anyway, I got my accent. My accent was pretty perfected. And when he got married, his father was in town for the wedding, and I was speaking to him in my accent, and he said it was pretty good. This was back in the day, though, back when I actually was 25, and he said I could pass for, like, back then it was way better. My accent was way better than it is now because I practice it a lot more. But I could pass for like Northern England or Scotland border. That's kind of what my accent sounded like to him. Yep, Jeff, 1978. 1978. You did the math correctly. All things dating. The book is called 101 Creative Dates. Tips and ideas and personal experiences from the life of a hopeless romantic. Is the screen still frozen, Ben? You might need to refresh. Is the screen frozen for you guys? Or is it, we're still good? I need to do another screen frozen. Going to a drive-in with the truck parked in reverse. A delicious orange cake. Yes, Inoka. If you can make Inoka, if you can make a comment on one of my videos with that request. I think you might have requested that before the orange cake, and I haven't gotten to it yet. But orange cakes are awesome. I will definitely do that. So let me do. Yeah. Wow. This screen. Wow. Well, since this is a holiday live stream, I'll go a little bit long. Normally I just keep it to an hour, and we've been going for like an hour, almost an hour and a half. But let's do another giveaway from the people in the comments from the video. So I need to refresh the screen. And one more person has commented on there. Pretty cool. And we will go ahead and start this. And the winner is Sadan. And he commented, "This made me hungry. Congratulations. You are a winner of the chocolate ebook." You are welcome, Inoka. Yay, giveaway. Sorry, Sexy Me 320. Yeah. All right, I will do that again, though. We'll do one final giveaway from the participants here on the chat, because I appreciate you all being in here for so long. Some of you have been on for the whole time. There's a lot of different things that you can be doing on a Saturday, in the Saturday evening or Saturday morning, depending on where you live, and you're still here in the chat with me. Pretty awesome. All right, we'll do another live participants giveaway. And if you won already, then I will have to pick another one, okay? You can't win twice. Okay, so keep chatting if you're still online. Keep chatting. I know there's more of you that are on there. So keep chatting for a little bit, and we'll do another in like a couple minutes. We'll do that maybe at 10:25 my time. So in 3 more minutes, we will do another giveaway. And then I think I'll end at 10:30. I still haven't eaten breakfast yet. And my mouth is getting really parched, really dry. I could do some more accents if you want. I could just entertain you. Are you not entertained? I can entertain you with my accents. And you could sit there and laugh at me, and it would be fun. I'm trying to think of other accents I've tried to do. South African is a hard one, but sometimes if I try to do a South African, it winds up being Australian. But I have to watch like South African style movies to kind of get that one down. Like, what is it, District 9? I think that takes place in South Africa. Or like a Swedish or Norwegian. I watched the movie or the TV show Vikings a lot, and the Americans that play, or the Canadians and Americans that are on that show. There's not actually a lot of Americans that are on that show, even though it's made by the History Channel. But they when they speak English, it's hard. I have to watch that show. I can get that down kind of too. It's like a Norwegian, Swedish when they're speaking English. But anyway. Okay. Anyway, yes. Once I get on a roll on accents, it's hard to get me to stop. We could tell jokes. We could tell food jokes. If you haven't seen my food joke video, that is my 7-year-old nephew. That's his favorite video. So, and he has good taste. The food jokes video. The best, they're like the worst food, like dad type jokes. So I'll tell one of them because this is, so a mushroom walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve your kind here." And the mushroom says, "Why not? I'm a fun guy." Get it? Get it? Yes. Yeah! That's an awesome joke. How do you make an apple turnover? Push it down a hill. Push it down a hill. Oh my gosh. Beef Wellington. Yes, I need to do a beef Wellington Hector, make a comment on one of my videos with the beef Wellington. That is such a good food to eat. You know, the beef is nice, perfectly cooked on the inside, encapsulated with the dough. Oh yeah, so nice and tender, and you cut into it. Really cool. It's like having a homemade, you know, hot sandwich all ready to go for you, right? Please get to the books. Hello, Grace. I have been doing a lot of the books. I've given away what 4 or 5 of the books already. Yes, Yvette, the food joke. Oh, you can't see me, darn it. Sorry, that whole time I was off the screen. That whole time you couldn't see me. That would have made the jokes look a lot better if you could see me deliver those jokes. Sometimes I just get chatting and I forget that other screen is up. Oh well. Yes, if you type in YouTube food jokes Matt. If you just type in YouTube food jokes Matt, you can find that one up there at the top. Pretty awesome. It's a good one. Check it out. Cinnamon rolls intimidate. Sexy Me 320. Don't let them intimidate you. You know, follow the cinnamon roll video that I have, or go onto my website inthekitchenwithmatt.com and check out. I have 2 cinnamon roll video or recipes on there, a no knead one and the classic one. Check out those 2 recipes, step-by-step guide with pictures, and I'm sure you'll be just fine making those. Thank you, Grace. Okay, let's do another. Make sure everyone's participating. Let's see. Pop out chat. Participants. There we go. That's a good list. There's my list of participants there. I'm going to come over here. So since Hector won already, I'm going to take him off the list. Sorry, Hector. So we have Ben 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10. Put that in there. Do. Here we go. Drum roll. Oh, number 1. Ben Burns. Ben Burns is the winner. Ben Burns is the winner of the book. Congratulations, Ben. Ben Burns is the winner. Congratulations. Howard, no, I don't have a video on how to make almond butter. I could figure it out though. I think you might need to have a nice, I don't know if I might be able to do it in my food processor or in my blender. It works good, like it needs to get pressed really well. I might be able to figure it out. Make the request on one of my videos and I'll put it on my list and see if I can do it. Sorry, Sexy Me 320. So close, Booster. Yeah, you're number 2, I think. Congratulations. So make sure if you've won, just send me an email at matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com and I will send you your book, or you can find me through my website, or through you can find the email on YouTube. And okay, it's 10:29, and because I'm feeling generous, I'll do one more giveaway from the participants online. Okay, one more. One more. So those of you who are still on, you'll have another chance, okay? Another chance. So we will do this. One more giveaway. One more. All right, one more. Last one. Last one before I hang up the towel. So Ben already won, so he is not on there. So Bruiser is number 1. Desianne is 2. Grace is 3. Howard is 4. Enoka 1. Joel is 5. Kathy is 6. Sesame is 7. And Yvette is 8. All right, let's do this. Last one. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Joy, Joy, you won. Joy, you won. Joy, I think you bought the book already, so it's up to you if you want me to do a drawing or I can send you that copy. But Joy won that one. So Joy, let me know in the comments if you want me to, I can send you that copy. You can just email me, or if you like, we can do another drawing and take your name off the list and give it to someone else. At least I thought you bought the book, Joy. I think you were mentioning earlier how you like the book. So let me know, Joy, in the comments what you'd like me to do with that book. I can Oh, there is a little bit of a lag. Yep. Okay. I will redraw. I will redraw. Good idea. Thank you. Everyone thank Joy for we will redraw. We will Joy and take Joy off the list. Okay, everyone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of you. Put 8 in there. Oh. Number 8, Yvette Sales. Yvette Sales, you won, Yvette. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, Sexy Me 320, you were there, but Yvette won. Congratulations, Yvette. Congratulations, Yvette. So yes, everyone who won the book, make sure to send me that email, matt@inthekitchenwithmatt.com, and I will reply with your ebook, PDF ebook. Pretty cool. And if you really want one and you want to help support the channel, then you can buy one for $4.99 on my Etsy shop. You're welcome. All right, everyone, we're at 10:33. It's time for me to hang up the stream, end the stream, and get on to my day. I've got a really busy day today, and but it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day. And it was fun hanging out with y'all, chatting. And I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Whatever holiday you might be celebrating this time of year, wish you the best and have a fun time with your friends and family. Fun time cooking and baking delicious treats and food and sharing that with your friends and family. And thank you once again for being part of the show. I really appreciate all that you do, all of your support, and appreciate you watching the videos and making comments. And you know, your comments always uplift me, and it's always nice to read your nice comments because that takes my mind off of the negative comments. Luckily, you know, 95% of the comments are very positive. But Merry Christmas, everyone. Goodbye. Take care. Thank you, Hector. Make sure to email me and if you won, and I will send you that book. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.